Hello and welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, my name's Peter. Thanks for clicking on this video. And in this one, I'm over at the Lake District again, Crummock Water, where I did the island camp once. But this time, we're going to be climbing Rannderdale Knotts, I think it's called. But I'm waiting for Danny to get here. I've been here for about an hour. Got free parking at the car park because the woman was just leaving. She said just send a donation to the National Trust of £5 and I can stay overnight as long as I don't tell no one, but I've just told YouTube. Yeah, I'm just seeing where this trail goes just while I wait for Danny. But yeah, the winds are going to get really bad tonight. I think it's as low as 35 mile an hour, so it's going to be a test for the Lanshan, so we'll see how that gets on. Anyway, I'll bring you back when I get to the water. I have got the kayak in the car as well, but there's no chance in hell I'm going on this lake in this wind when I've never been in the kayak in my life. But I've got a life jacket now because I've just bought one. Anyway, bring you back when I get down here, see where it goes. I've brought my drone with me on this trip as well, so I'm going to try and get some footage of the Crummock Water. I'm not too sure whether I'm going to get any footage from up the top of Rannderdale Knotts because it's going to be far too windy up there. I've only got the DJI Mini, so it won't last. I believe that's Rannderdale Knotts up there where we're staying tonight. It's 355 metres above sea level. We actually camped on that island over in the distance in one of the videos, but I lost the footage. Found my way back now to the car. The drone footage I've just got was literally just before it started raining, so I'm quite pleased with that because I know I'm not going to get any more drone footage now. I'm going to take it up to Rannderdale Knotts with me and see if I can actually get some drone footage in the morning, but I highly doubt it because it's forecast rain. But I'm going back to the car now to meet Danny, then we'll head on up. We've set off already. We've only been walking, what, 10 minutes? And heavens have opened already.
Got no fun fact. Favourite colour's green.
His favourite colour's green.
The socks are green.
It shows the socks.
I'm not getting lost up there. Not a chance.
I think it's going to take us about 40 minutes to get up. You say the round trip takes an hour?
Hey?
The round trip takes an hour?
An hour and a half, 2 hours.
An hour and a half, 2 hours. It's probably going to take us an hour to get up. We're on the steep bit now, so bring you back when I get to the top. It's about 25 mile an hour wind gusts now as well, so it should be fun putting that tent up. I'm going to say it, I pushed Daddy to do this and now I feel like an asshole because now I hate it.
Yeah, it's a wind gust then.
Yeah, but I'm going to make a good video hopefully. Do you think it got blew off? Huh?
Put the tent up,
Yeah. Oh god. Well, we've made it to the top near enough, but the wind is going crazy. Don't know whether we're going to be stopping up here or what, but we'll see. Find somewhere. Look, every time I put the camera on, the wind dies down, so it makes it look like I'm faking it. Yeah. Oh. We need to find somewhere out the wind up here. This is far too bad. I don't think we're going to be able to put tents up. So Danny said as well, we're going to have to try and get behind somewhere, but once the wind direction changes, we're back in the same situation. At least we made it to the top. So we made the decision to come back down because that was absolutely horrendous. We're just ready to go. We can't really camp out now because our clothes are absolutely drenched, and so is the bags. The wind was that strong, it pulled the wind cover off the bag. So this is going to be part 1 of Rannderdale Knotts. Part 2 is going to have to come when it's summertime. Definitely something wrong with me. I should have went home. I've decided to test out how good this tent actually is. It's safe to say this tent isn't going anywhere tonight. Don't know how much you can see there. I have tied guy lines to the top corners of the tent and the tree. Obviously I wouldn't have had this in the Lake District, but I would have just had pegs. That's why I brought these tensioners with me, because I knew the weather was going to be bad, but I didn't think it was going to be as bad as it was. So I'm going to get all my stuff in, get my down clothes on because I am freezing. Been a crazy day. So after that massive disaster, finally got set up, well, as best as I can anyway. I'll show you what I've got. It was a nightmare putting that tent up in the wind. I don't blame Danny for going home at all. It's definitely more than 40-mile-an-hour gusts, easy. Well, you've seen the footage from up the mountain, that was just crazy. And where I am now, it's one of the highest villages in England, so that's why I'm still pretty high up. So I'm still getting smashed by the wind. So this is what I've got, this nice mat that Danny kindly purchased me, and I've got the Flextail mat, the OEX Leviathan EV900 because it is supposed to get cold tonight, Flextail pillow, and something else that he bought me which is absolutely brilliant. Look at that, Bluetooth headset, eye mask. All that over there is just bags and woolly hat, first aid kit, torch and power bank, coffee in there. Then in the corner of the tent I've got, in this OEX bag, is my new down clothes, down socks, down trousers, them two in nature hike, and I've got a Peter Storm down jacket in there, so I'll be putting them on very shortly. So outside here I've got my coffee cup, 4 Budweisers, there was 5, but after all that I drank it when I parked up here. A brand new stove which I'll show you, 2 packets of super noodles, that's chicken and rice in there, bottle of water, and 2 baked beans, pork sausages for breakfast. So I'm just chilling in the tent now with a Budweiser, my drink of choice. Usually only have 4. I very rarely have 8. But I've put these down clothes on because it's absolutely freezing. It's supposed to rain at 11 o'clock. Yeah, I didn't think these down clothes would work. I know that Danny always says, oh, well, he used to, before I got them, you need to get some down clothes, down pants and socks. Even though they make you look like an astronaut, no wind gets through and they're absolutely boiling. And not only that, they help me slide into my sleeping bag. Yeah, I'm just sitting here now, just listening to some music. I thought I'd have a chat about today. We weren't going to go. Daddy was saying it's too windy, and me being stubborn said it's not windy, it won't be windy. Turns out it was windy, really bad, as you saw. And it's still windy. I should have went home, but I'm off work for another 2 days, and this is probably the only camp I'm going to get in which is not the woodland camp. So I've got a woodland camp on Saturday, but it just feels like I haven't done anything while I've been off. I'm spending the day tomorrow with the wife. We're going to watch some movies, Halloween. So that should be good. And we've got a board game to do. We were going to go to Sea Life Centre, but it's just we haven't got enough time because we can't leave the dog for too long because, like you say, he's not very well, as you know. So I just thought I'd stay out just tonight and just chill in this tent. Plus I wanted to test it to see if it could withstand this wind. It's doing okay so far, but I don't know if the wind's done any damage to the tent. It's definitely done more damage to my bag because there's a hole in the back of my bag now, much bigger than what it was. Nothing got wet. I know at the end of in the car park I said, oh, everything got wet, but nothing was wet. It doesn't actually look like the tent's moving, but you can probably hear that wind. There you go. But I'll show you outside shortly. So this camping is just all a learning curve for me. It's like I'm just learning what I can off from Danny and then attempting it. Like I say, I should have probably gone home tonight, but the tent's staying up. I'm in a pretty secure location, so if anything happened I would just go back to my car. My car's literally about 50 yards away from where I am. This is a campsite as well, this is not a wild one. So there's my tent. Getting battered in at the top. It needs tensioning up again before I go to bed. Pull these. So my car's literally there, and then the tent is just there. Really hoping they hold. Seem to be getting battered from this side. Back in there where it's warm because it's going to rain. You can't half tell the difference between these clothes when you're out in the wind. The only problem is I don't think they're waterproof. I think I got told that if they do get wet, you have to dry them with tennis balls in the dryer to bring the loft back in from the duck feathers. But I'm absolutely loving these. They're so warm. I wish I'd have got them sooner instead of relying on a water bottle, which is not ideal. I'm going to get the socks back on now and just chill for a bit. That camp today might have been possible if I had the bivvy bag, the OEX bivvy. It wouldn't have been ideal, but I wouldn't have froze as much as I did when I was coming down. That's why I didn't record anything when I was coming down. I was absolutely freezing. I think it's supposed to rain about 12 tonight, so I'm looking forward to that because it helps me go to sleep. Even though I can listen to rain on those super headphones that Danny got me. Well, I think we're going to plan on going on a camp next weekend, possibly Saturday, Friday or Saturday, and then hopefully the weather isn't too bad, or isn't as bad as today. But we'll have to see what my funds are like, because it costs me quite a bit of money to get over there and back, and then when the camps don't go to plan, I'm a bit gutted, but you obviously can't, I don't know, you can't really plan for that. You can look at the weather apps, but they're going to be wrong. They're always wrong, and 9 times out of 10 they are. I thought it said 40, I thought it was 40 kilometres an hour, which works out to around 24 miles an hour or something like that maybe, but I think it did mean miles per hour. Oops, sorry Danny if you're watching, mate, I do apologise. So it's around about 10:30 now, just been sat watching YouTube videos. One of my favourite channels to watch is Wondering Where, with Adam, I think his name is. He's pretty funny. He's building the van at the minute, so I watch him quite a bit. But yeah, this weather is still belting down. It'll go quiet for about 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden a big gust of wind just comes. Feels like I'm going to take off. But I've been out again one more time to push the pegs back in. They're not really coming out that much. I should have really used Delta pegs. I've been using the aluminium ones, or the titanium ones that you get with the Lanchan 2, the red ones. But I've got the red ones are in the sides, and then the ones that are holding the actual poles in are 2 Delta pegs. But I should have obviously used more. But I didn't expect the weather to be like this. Yeah, I'm going to continue watching this, and then we'll cook some super noodles, and I'll show you my new stove, which is a lot lighter than what I've been carrying. Right, so now we've got the wind and the rain. So hopefully the tent does well. It's never had any leaks yet, but then again it hasn't been under this much pressure from the wind before. So the wind is that bad out there, it's actually pushing the ground floor up. So I'll show you my new stove. Basically I got this because I was carrying around a kettle, frying pan and a pan. So I got the Fire Maple cook set. It's not as big as the pans, but it fits everything in. So that's the stove that comes with it. And then I bought the smaller gas stove to refill it from my other one, my larger one. And then in the bottom it's got the, what do you call this, gas stove like stand. So I've never used this before, it's the first time. So I imagine about there. Hopefully they shrink. They're basically just stuck out the top. Tell you what, I'll put some more in. I'll get that on the boil and see how well it does. It's supposed to have like a, on the bottom of it there, it's supposed to have like a wind protection and a, I don't know, it feels like something from a PC. So it like gets the heat around it better than a normal pan. A bit like a heat sink inside. But anyway, I'll light it up and see what it does. That is bloody, you know. It's a lot louder than the other stove I've got. It seems to boil the water twice as fast as mine, maybe 3 times as fast. So that thing's literally just cooks up noodles in less than 2 minutes. Alright, so my noodles are done, but I can't get the gas bottle off the bottom. I've tried unlocking it, it seems to be absolutely jammed on. So this was probably a disaster. I'll wait for it to cool down in the morning and hopefully I can get it off, but I can't get it off now. I've tried holding the nozzle part, I've tried holding the gas bottle and she can't get it off. Seems to have welded itself on. Absolute nightmare. I'm not impressed with this at all. You can turn it to the lock there and then it won't come off, and you turn it to the other one. You have to literally force it off. We'll see how it gets on in the morning, and if I struggle to get it off in the morning, I'll be sending it back. It's from Amazon. It was £49 off Amazon. Anyway, after that disaster of my tea, I'm going to get my head down. It's 12:15. I'm going to set my alarm for about 7 o'clock, and then hopefully this rain's stopped. I had a really good sleep, but this has happened again. So there's my air mat there, and I'm on it obviously. I'm actually on the ground. I shouldn't be able to push that down. I'm on the ground at the moment. I'm not even. Shouldn't be able to do this. So I'm not sure what's happened with this, because I checked it for leaks and there isn't any whatsoever. Even the valve, check the valve. So if anyone's got any ideas, so all I can think is I'm not putting enough air in, but it shouldn't go down that much during the night. Look how much my pegs have came out the ground. Wow. That mug's incredible. It lasts. That'll be hot for about 6 hours. So I'm going to eat these beans and sausages and then I'm going to pack away, head off home. Yeah, I'm so glad I stayed out last night. It's just a chilled out camp watching YouTube and whatnot, which I enjoy. Basically what I do at home anyway. But I'm glad that wind stopped about 5 o'clock this morning. But this is the worst part about camping, packing away, in my opinion. I think everything's just going to get chucked in the bag and sorted out when I get home. Well, that was a bit of a crazy and unplanned video, but I enjoyed myself, so I hope you enjoyed that video. And when I get home, I've got a ton of stuff to dry out. I've got the tent, all the clothes, my boots are soaking wet. I'm going to literally have to spend half of the day sorting all this stuff out, and then I'll get to editing this video. So today is Halloween. It's probably going to be online on about the 3rd. I'm spending the night with my wife tonight, watching movies and playing some board games, which I'm quite looking forward to doing. I know I don't seem too enthusiastic, but I really am looking forward to do it. But yeah, but I'll see you in the next video, and the next one from today is 2 days from now, where I'll be doing a woodland camp the day before I go back to work. So that should be fun. I'm probably going to bivvy it, even if it's cold. Me and my ideas. But anyway, I'll see you in the next video, and thanks for watching all the way to the end. And to the people who stuck with the channel, cheers.